Konosuba finally returns! Megumin and her party Kazuma, Aqua, and Yun are back. So what's up guys, Foxen here. Konosuba the Crimson Legend is out. I just happened to see this Konosuba movie 3 times. Can you tell if I liked it or not? So, non-spoiler review time. Be sure to cast your own explosion on that thumbs up, subscribe for more juicy in-depth breakdowns, and let's dive into this Konosuba sequel. This Konosuba movie is actually adapting Konosuba Light Novel 5. It condensed one whole light novel into this 1 hour 20-minute movie. Story-wise, this actually takes place a few days after the end of Konosuba Season 2. You got Megumin and her friends going to visit her hometown. There's also a demon general involved somehow. And yes, let me just double down and confirm this movie is canon. As for the wonderful useless bunch. First off, Megumin. Oh yes, Megumin is back. Really, just title this Megumin the Crimson Legend. Konosuba could be the lower subtitle. And that really is the important question, are you a Megumin fan? If so, this movie was definitely made for you. We got tons of explosions here throughout the movie. It really is almost unfair how Megumin got most of the best scenes in this movie. Some of the standout scenes from her are scenes involving either Yun or Kozma. Both explosive and emotional stuff. Right here you finally get to meet Megumin's parents and her sister Komeko. She's definitely like a mini Megumin. But poor Megumin. Her upbringing hits home too well. After this movie, I definitely can't wait to see more Megumin in Konosuba Season 3 or the Megumin spin-off anime. As for Megumin's rival, Yun, she finally got upgraded to main character status here. It does feel a little weird just seeing how little you got of Yun in the actual anime. In case you're anime only, the Konosuba anime cut out most of Yun's early scenes. Right here, now Yun pretty much gets equal screen time to Megumin, including in action stuff. Overall, it feels like Yun was fine for the role she was given. If you enjoyed Megumin, the others, or even Yun herself bullying Yun, then you'll enjoy this other arc withered in this movie. Now, let me not forget about Mr. Gender Equality, Kozma. Ironically, even though this movie should feel like Megumin's movie, Kozma is by far the standout of this movie. He's practically never seen too. This ranges from his dialogue, his interactions, expressions, all the crap that Kozma does or does not do. For me, Kozma has always been a fun character, but not in the top ones from the Konosuba guys. This Konosuba movie now completely changed that. He's competing with Megumin for me now. Kusoma. As for the bootylicious goddess, any screeching Aqua fans, right from the start you're welcome with this lovely useless goddess returning. You have one specific scene where Aqua really goes to that Aqua level craziness right from the start. It feels like a callback to that one Aqua scene for season 2. You get to enjoy that Aqua for the first third of the movie. After that, Aqua really feels toned down. I don't know if Kozma just drugged her off screen, but Aqua feels almost like a supporting character for the rest of the movie. To be fair, Aqua still brings up funny, but honestly, some of her better stuff is really more subtle. Oh, but did I forget about someone? Sorry, I must be like this Konosuba movie. Unfortunately for Darkness fans, definitely don't go into this movie expecting more than an ounce of this blonde masochist. I'm not even joking, you could cut out Darkness and not even notice. In fact, this movie keeps on finding ways to get rid of Darkness. That's even when she's with the group. As one positive to this, Darkness actually has a really funny joke at the start of this Konosuba movie. As for the ex-demon generals, Vanir and Wizard do return. Oh yes, these two definitely have much more than a cameo. Once again, I'm not gonna go into spoiler territory, but let's just say Wiz and Vanir get a new scene that's not in the light novel. So, if you're a fan of these two, especially Wiz, you're gonna get to enjoy her shy, thick ass. Then, for the whole Crimson Demon clan, I'm really grouping these guys together. That includes the entire Crimson Demon village, Yun's papa, the bread guy, Megumin's parents. These guys really are that freaking awesome. They're so crazy. I'm sure I can't be the only one getting this JoJo vibe from them. Anyway, getting into the animation for this Konosuba movie, JC staff is doing this instead of Dean Studio. Let me assure you, you don't need to worry. It's pretty much the exact same anime team who worked on Konosuba Season 1 and 2, just doing it at a different studio. Honestly, this movie is the best Konosuba has looked so far. That said, it is great or good for Konosuba. I really need to emphasize that disclaimer. Cause really, Konosuba Season 1 and 2 were made on the cheap by Studio Dean. And to be fair, that really worked for the comedy in this anime, on top of that adding to the Konosuba charm. Most of this movie feels like how Konosuba would have looked like if Season 1 and 2 actually had a regular budget and or resources that a regular anime got. Talking about the animation, there's actually a lot of background gags going on throughout this movie. You will surely miss them the first time watching. I should also let you know that the best animation was mostly left for scenes involving Megumin. No surprise, this included her explosions. As for a couple standout scenes, one, a particular hand animation. It really gave me that vibe from Kazuma Season 1 handy technique. 2. One of Megumin's explosions. I do believe it's the best animation done in Konosuba period. I can really see people uploading this clip onto YouTube when it comes out, then it gets millions of views in like a day or two. I mean, I'm getting chills just thinking back to it. 3. The funny faces in general throughout this movie, which is really part of the charm that you loved about Konosuba. You do have a lot of familiar stuff, but a whole lot of new stuff coming too. 4. 99% of Kazuma's stuff. Really just going back to how much Kazuma is a highlight of this movie. 5. The final Megumin scene at the end of the movie. It actually got me tearing up too, with joy. As for the music here, really a quick mention. You will notice a bunch of light and tone background soundtracks from Konosuba Season 1. I'll also mention I did hear a bunch of new soundtracks. Most of those were really for the action stuff towards the end of the movie. Also, shout out to Machiko. Machiko returns here to do the main song for this Konosuba movie. That said, you literally only hear it at the very end of the credits, the last 3 or 4 minutes of the movie. Before Machiko's new song, we actually do get this new song, which is a combo from Aqua, Megumin's voice actress. As for something fun sprinkled within this movie, the Konosuba first OVA actually got confirmed to be canon. There was always a question about that. I'm not actually going to spoil the actual scene, but we actually have Megumin referencing those actual events. Alright, so let's talk about Konosuba Season 3. Is Konosuba Season 3 happening? At the very end of the movie, I was waiting there patiently. I was just thinking, are we gonna get that end credit scene that officially confirms Konosuba Season 3? SAO did it that way with the movie, so can Konosuba. And nothing. Unfortunately, this Konosuba movie doesn't give more information on confirming that 3rd season. However, let me also mention this. Before the movie came out, he did have someone from the production of Konosuba explicitly claim that if this Konosuba movie did well, Konosuba Season 3 would happen. So, Konosuba Season 3 pretty much confirmed, right? That was really what I thought. Unfortunately, here's the sad bad news. For whatever reason, this Konosuba movie got an extremely limited release here in Japan. Are they just not confident in it? It's like in 5 or a couple of handful of theaters here in Tokyo. And you know me, I go to see a ton of anime movies. This movie was actually playing in one of the crappiest, smallest theaters that I never been to. By far easily one of my worst theater going experiences here in Japan. This really just means Konosuba now has to overcome this unexpected obstacle. As for something more explosive, Konosuba Season 3 may not have been confirmed yet, officially, but perhaps something better for Megumin fans. This Konosuba movie heavily teased the Megumin spin-off. Throughout this movie, there's actually several highly detailed flashbacks of that spin-off. They also happen to add this random new scene of Megumin and Union visiting their school. Perhaps not so random after all. Besides, Megumin is such an explosive moneymaker for Konosuba. Arguably, you gotta thank Megumin for getting this movie and potentially Season 3. I wouldn't be surprised if the Megumin anime spin-off is in production right now. I'm picturing them just waiting for this Konosuba movie to pass a certain amount of ticket milestone before officially confirming this Megumin spin-off officially. But wait, there's more Konosuba. And let me just emphasize, this is really getting into the more theory realm. It really did seem strange that Viz and Vanir got this new key scene randomly. I highly doubt it's in production just yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were actually thinking ahead into making the Vanir Wiz spin-off into a short anime movie or TV anime eventually. And then a Konosuba bonus. You got this Konosuba smartphone game coming out real soon. They've been spamming promos non-stop here. For that, I'm definitely hyped to play on day one. Overall, this Konosuba movie was nearly perfect. I did have one minor issue that did take me out of the movie near the finale. Let me also mention potential issues that'll definitely be trouble for some of you. First off, Union. I talked about how Union finally moved into that coveted main character status. The only problem? You don't really know this character if you're anime only. Really, all of Union's scenes got removed from Season 1, and you only got a taste in Konosuba Season 2. And you might be wondering, why is this a problem? There's actually more than a couple of Union jokes relying on her background. On top of that, some Union moments here that are supposed to be really impactful, but I really do feel like a lot of that impact may fall flat if you're anime only. Potential problem number 2, the end battle scene. I can't get into the actual details, just avoiding spoilers, but let's just say there's a drastic change from Konosuba Light Novel 5. As something you might think was a bright side, the battle actually got doubled in length. It almost feels like something similar done to the Konosuba Season 2 ending, just to make it more cinematic and fit an actual finale. I really didn't love the in-between part that much. It just stood out awkwardly. I'll just mention that I loved the end part of the new stuff that they added. Potential third issue, something involving Aqua and Darkness. For Darkness fans, sorry. Do not go into this movie expecting Darkness to do anything. I think that sounds like a good expectation level. The only really good news I could tell you for Darkness is that she actually has an arc coming up in KonoSuba Season 3. Then for Aqua, don't expect Aqua to be that crime but annoying fun Aqua. It really does feel like someone put Aqua on meds as soon as they got to Megumin's village. Next up, let's talk controversy. In today's outrage / everything offends you / cancellation culture, I really could see some people trying to start a controversy over several stuff in this KonoSuba movie, arguably really just for the clicks or views. Again, not spoiler, but light novel readers will get what I mean. 1. Kazuma getting into a bit of fun trouble near the start. Before going into this movie, I really thought that they would cut that scene out. Nope, they actually made it much worse. 2 scenes involving Kazuma and Megumin. I could actually see certain anime-related sites trying to spin this into something controversial, even though it's played out for fun. The story literally gives you even more reason as to why it's fine. 3. Something involving the new Demon General. If the first scene didn't cause some outrage, this 100% would. Anyway, you might be wondering, were there any changes going from light novel to anime for this KonoSuba movie? There's actually nothing major cut, but most of the light novel stuff either got abridged or you actually got some jokes cut out. For example, you actually have something involving a griffin joke with Aqua that unfortunately got axed. I really wanted to see that animated. Such a shame. There's also some key conversations that got cut between Kazuma and Megumin, and honestly a lot of this stuff shouldn't be that surprising. If you actually compare the KonoSuba light novel to the KonoSuba anime, they're pretty drastically different. Each are their own thing. If you're already used to the cuts and changes from KonoSuba Season 1 and Season 2, this movie should not be a problem. Getting into some fun KonoSuba stuff. Let me just mention, despite this getting a very limited release, there's actually a lot of KonoSuba collaborations happening right now. That includes for restaurants, cafes, shops, some ice cream shops. I actually managed to get this Megumin drink from the KonoSuba cafe. I even unfortunately went to the KonoSuba collab ice cream area. Was it worth it waiting almost 2 hours for this ice cream? Spoiler alert, it was not. But anyway, should you watch this movie? I really do feel like it's the best KonoSuba yet, although partially cheating since it is a movie. One of the key things I really enjoyed from reading KonoSuba was how the novels really made you laugh a ton. Then, almost from out of nowhere, you're hit with some really emotional stuff that makes you tear up. From KonoSuba Season 1 and Season 2, I never really got that feeling. Finally, for this KonoSuba movie, I feel that it captured that combo for me. Really, go watch this movie. You're gonna have a complete blast. It is really a must watch for any KonoSuba fan, even the casual fans. Come on, make Season 3 happen. So let me know, after this, do you want to watch this movie? Is anyone here a huge Megumin fan? Definitely check out my recent reviews on Weathering With You, the Bunny Girl Senpai movie, the Trigger Promare movie, every summer anime, and much more. And I'll see you guys later.